Hi there and good morning. Today is Thursday, so you'll see this on Friday. And I am going to make lasagna. Typically, I will make lasagna just, in a 9 by 13 baking dish. And there's the puppies. You can probably hear them. I'm sorry. They hear me talking and think we're going to play. So, anyway, I make it in a 9 by 13 in the oven, and you bake it until it's nice and brown and bubbly and all of that wonderfulness that lasagna is. But today I have got so much on, I have so much to do. I'm hoping to cut corners here and make, not that it's cutting corners, but do a faster thing by putting it all in my crock pot. I haven't checked out a recipe. I don't know what I'm doing. Haven't done this before that I can ever remember, but how hard could it be? Famous last words. So, if you like these kind of, there I am. If you like the, where is the camera? There it is. If you like these kind of things, I would love to have you stick around. Give me a thumbs up if you feel like it. Say hi, comment, and if you consider subscribing, I'd love to have a new friend. Do I sound needy? All right, so what I have here are odds and ends and just stuff. It's, like I said, it's not going to be the best lasagna ever made. I pulled things out of the freezer that I had thrown in that were past date, before they were past date, to keep them from going down. I pulled out this, this was one of the 3 sourdough loaves that I got from Costco. So that's, I'm going to be on the counter. I'll bake that off when it's all done. I only have this much mozzarella. It's not going to be a big lasagna, so that shouldn't be a big deal. But I do have, use what you got, use it or lose it. I'm going to put this in there. So this is going to be mozzarella and cheddar and kind of a mix. And I have done that in a 9 by 13 pan before, and I think it's wonderful. I've got this shredded Parmesan cheese. I like this kind better than the shaker can if I can get my hands on it. I've got ricotta. Now I use ricotta in place of cottage cheese like I used to do. I just like the ricotta melt and creaminess in lasagna better. Although I eat cottage cheese all the time, but with a spoon, and fruit and whatever. So I've got a little bit of leftover meat here. This is ground beef from taco night. It is what it is. Then I've got, just got this out of the freezer. Let's put this in the pan right now. It's dribbling all over my clean cutting board that I'll replace now. I worry about juices, New plan. Here we go with a better one. It's bigger and it's got a little drain thing here. Not drain, but a gutter to keep things from going down. Okay, so as I was saying, I've got ricotta, mozzarella, cheddar, Parmesan. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing a cheese. I know I am. I said Parmesan. Oh well. Then I'm going to put in an onion, and this is the most cluttered part of my kitchen that I'm treating you to. Lovely, isn't it? I need to do something for sure. Okay. Usually in the past I have used like a jar of wonderful sauce that's already made. Today is going to be made by yours truly, just a regular sauce. I'll start by, after my ground beef is, the one that's raw is cooked and added with the one that's, the raw is cooked and the one that's cooked already are added together. I just use the jug, just had to open a new one. This one. I keep it though in this so that I can hit, little spots and don't have to drag that out of the pantry every time I need it. So it just sits with my salt and pepper over there on a turntable. Did I say ricotta? There's my other cheese. I think I did. Yeah, I went on and on about it. So I'll put this into the ground beef when it's done, and I'll stir it around kind of on medium high until it turns golden. I will have drained the fat off the ground beef. I will have added olive oil. I'll roll this around until it starts getting golden because that's when it releases its flavor. When that's done, I'll add, I'm not draining these, 2 cans of diced tomatoes. I found one of these. Oh, it was this one. This was gone March of 22, so that's why we're using this one in particular. I keep one of those squeeze tubes. I'll show it to you. Am I even? Yeah, I am. I was saying, am I even recording? I keep these in the refrigerator door, and these are, you can just squeeze as much as you want or need each time. And I keep them in the pantry unopened, you know, so that when this is empty, I go. But I didn't want to let this go any further past date. It's not, you know, old or anything, but the date did pass just by a month or so. So I put this back in the fridge. If you haven't used the squeeze tubes of tomato paste, they're wonderful in my opinion. Okay, so what we're going to do is then we'll don't drain the diced tomatoes, put them in, swish them around until they're good and softened and they release some of their loveliness. At the end of that, I will add some tomato sauce. There will be a whole bunch of seasonings that I haven't gotten out yet because I was running out of room on this cluttered thing. But minced garlic will go into, and I'm using this from a jar. Oh, this is Safeway brand. Vaughn's in some areas of the country, but here it's a Safeway signature. Okay, and in our area, Albertsons and Safeway are owned by the same parent company. It's crazy. I will, oh, I forgot. The chopped onion goes in before the diced tomato. So that chopped onion will go in and get nice and soft and golden with the golden tomato paste and the meat. Salt and pepper to taste. Then, of course, I'll add some kind of Italian seasonings besides garlic. You know, of course, salt and pepper. Oh, well, I'm using some of that special lasagna noodles that have partially cooked or something. I'll show those to you. I didn't get those out yet. So I'm going to get cooking, and I'll be right back with you. Here's what I have for putting in the crock pot. Oven-ready lasagna. I'm not going to even parboil it. I'm just going to lay it down with extra sauce and hope for the best. Like I said, I am so busy today. I've got to bathe 6 poodles. I've got to do a lot of laundry. What else have I got to do? I need to mop. Just all kinds of stuff. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. This is going to be a fast lasagna. It's not going to be like your mama made it. So that's that. Hi again. I'm wondering if you can see everything okay. I'm hoping so. So right now I've got that ground beef that I had to thaw out, went out the freezer and got the most old. I hate to say that because it wasn't. In fact, I froze it in April. The most senior ground beef that I had put in a Ziploc baggie out of one of those 3-pound chubs. So this is just about 1 pound of ground beef. And it is apparently the cheaper variety, judging from the amount of fat she's given up here. Okay, so I'm going to keep working on that and getting it brown. Ouch. See, I've decided I don't like this pan very much. It just burned me again. Do you guys use these? I see them all the time, but I've not seen one that was white. They're in pretty colors and stuff now. This is older than my children, I think. I got this when they were only available on QVC or something. It was like they were first coming out. And what it was a Christmas gift exchange, and I got this, and I was very happy to have it. And the thing that I brought was a CD set of, these were expensive back then. I bought a CD set of Christmas music. So anyway, there's a story on how I got my, I don't know what we call that. I think I hear you guys call it slap chops, something like that. Slap chops? I don't know. I know I'm looking at the camera funny because I can't get used to looking at the lenses like I'm supposed to. Sorry. Okay, I was going to tell you too. Here are the, because this isn't prepared spaghetti sauce or lasagna sauce, Italian sauce, I'm going to put my own herbs. I've got oregano, basil, thyme, and a smidge of rosemary. Of course, like I said, salt, pepper, and all of that. Oh, so what I'm doing is I just put them all together in this little cup, and I'm going to work it with my fingers, you know, to release the oils before I put it in. I don't know if everybody does that, but I've heard you're supposed to. All right, so I chopped up the onion, well, what I wanted to use of it, and here it is. And I've got my tomato paste ready. I'm using a Mickey Mouse baby spoon because when I opened this cutting board, that's my silverware drawer under there. So if I want a spoon, I'm going to have to take everything off of here, close the drawer, and get the spoon out. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So I'm just digging around for whatever utensils I can find. Fortunately, my big utensils are behind me in another drawer. Okay, this is getting done, but I'm gonna let it cool down some before I take. Oh, this is sad. I probably showed you before, but I can't help it. I gotta show you again. You know what a turkey baster looks like, right? Most of them don't look like this. The reason my turkey baster looks like this is because I don't put it in there when it's boiling like this. Oops, I'll wait to turn the fan on. But what I do is I let it cool down a little bit. It's still too warm, and I squeeze the grease out of it and put it into something I'm gonna throw away, you know? And it's been bent like this for years, but it still works, so. Anyway, I was gonna make a joke and it was bad, so I'll stop. The other thing I was gonna say was, speaking of turkey basters, I wanted to tell you guys what I know. So, you know, like most of us, I like to stock up on things ahead of time, so I know I have it and that kind of thing. So when Thanksgiving comes around, I like to have my homemade stuffing. And my homemade stuffing is, I'm sure, nothing like yours. But it's what my mother made, and I still have the recipe that she wrote to me when I lived in California when I first got married and she was in Texas. And it's marked 1977 on it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's handwritten. So, and I'm talking about like she's dead. Hi, Mom. I know you're not dead. So, and it even says she worked at a nursing home, and she's charting, you know, at a nursing home, and she wrote it like she was charting. She wrote Lane's Nursing Home, which was in Wichita Falls, Texas at the time. And it said, you know, like 11:52 p.m. because she worked the night shift. And then she wrote, it was written in the form of a letter, like, and what I wanted to talk about that I know. And she said to me, you're going to want the blue bag, not the cornbread, the blue bag of seasoned Pepperidge Farm stuffing mix. It's pre-seasoned. It's in a blue bag. Hard to find in Texas. It's hard to find in California, she told me. Well, back then, you know, things were more regional, and now you can get it anywhere, but you can't. You think you can? You can't. Get ready. There are, in my area, none. Not the cornbread, not the white bread, not the big chunks that they have, not the smaller breadcrumbs that they have, and none of it is available right now. So I thought, oh dear. This can't do because I need at least 2 bags of that for stuffing. That's what I use. I use Pepperidge Farm stuffing and my own, you know, I pick the meat off some turkey neck and stuff like that and put, you know, eggs and mushrooms and apples and, cranberries and things like that. And I make my own stuffing that way. So I thought, I can't not have stuffing. What am I going to do? So I called the company. And the lady that answered was obviously in this country, and you know, she was sitting right there at the company, so it was straight off the right. She knew what she was talking about. She said, you can't find it anywhere. And I said, no, I cannot find it anywhere. And she said, let me look at my computer. And she said, they're not being sold. I said, what? No, I've been using that brand in that bag, that color, that type for whatever that is, 43 years, something like that. 43 years, yeah. And she said, well, it may come back. It may not. We don't know. I said, well, is it a problem with wheat? Is it a problem with, you know, supply? Is it not being shipped right? She says, it doesn't say. I can't tell you. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't know what I'm going to do. But then she said, some things on this list will drop off and they'll come back on. So maybe this will happen. She couldn't say for sure, because she couldn't even say why it was not being, you know, sold. So that's what I know. If you in your area can find a little store, like a mom and pop, if they still have them in your area, we don't, and they have that stuffing and you want it and you use it, get you some. Get you some now, because it'll last, you know, especially if you put it in the freezer. I'm scared to death. I'm gonna have to use something else. I told my husband, worst comes to worst, it's just gonna be, you know, the way it is. I can take regular breadcrumbs and I can make my own stuffing. I'm just a girl of tradition. You know, I like to do things the way that my mama did it, and you know, all my children grew up on it. So, I mean, really, could we not have worse problems? But I did want to let you know. In addition, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about, and it's also in short supply, and I know you all know about this, and that's baby formula. So in 1977, when my first baby was born, I was using the program called WIC. I don't even know when WIC started, but in 1977 they had it. So the lady says to me, here's your, back then they didn't give you coupons. They gave you, no, they did give you coupons. So you could get, you know, your milk, your baby cereal, your whatever. So, and also back then, they suggested you start your 6-week-old baby on rice cereal. Yeah. So anyway, there's enough about that. I'm going to turn this off and keep talking for just a minute because this is important. I want you to know that there's a recipe going around. And this recipe was also given to me by WIC in 1977 to make your own baby formula if you ran low. This recipe includes corn syrup, among other things that are fine. I get kind of emotional when I talk about that because I was a La Leche leader too for years and years and years. Do not ever give your baby corn syrup. Corn syrup is very dangerous for babies. There have been cases of botulism, and we all know about honey. We don't give our babies honey, but this looks like an innocent passed around. In fact, there's one going on, it's like a meme on Facebook, and it's written on a prescription pad, and it has this recipe, and there it is, corn syrup on it. We know better, we do better. We know better now. Don't do it. Call your pediatrician, call the hospital, call your local WIC office, call every La Leche League leader you can get your mitts on, lactation consultants, anything like that. People that are in the know right now and using things that are okay to use right now, do that. So, you know, we're all mothers and we all care about everybody else's babies, and I don't want to sound preachy, but this worries me. So there's that. I'm going to get to dumping the grease out of this, and I'll be right back. Hi there, I'm back. Okay, so let's see, where's my shoot? I thought I was ready for you, but I wasn't. You can't see in here. So in here, in this pan, I've got the cooked hamburger on the bottom that was raw before. This leftover taco meat, I like to use up what I have. I hate to waste it. I could have put this in the freezer, but I had it, so I used it. And then that onion. So I'm going to get these all wonderful and together, and with just some low heat, you know, just. And then after that, I will add my tomato paste and half of my herbs that I put together that I stuck in a glass bottle so you could see better. That's actually a wee yogurt glass jar. I saved those. My thought was using them for coloring Easter eggs, and I don't know if I'll keep them or not, but they hold things, so no lid. That's that. I'll get back to you when this is ready to go. Okay, I'm back. I've got the meat drained. I added the little bit of leftover taco meat that I had. I added the onions. I added the, there's olive oil. And, tomato paste. I added half of the little can of tomato paste. I'll show you. Because I'll freeze the rest of this, put it in the freezer on an parchment paper, and then I'll put it in a baggie marked half a can of tomato paste so I don't waste it, because I can use this on a lot of things. So now that this is cooked up and golden, it's pretty, it's so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and turn it, well, it is as low as it's going to go. I'm going to add some, we're not shy about our garlic, so what is that? I don't know, 2 cloves maybe? My husband's not into garlic. Shoot. Well, there's always peanut butter and jelly. I'm terrible. Okay, I have one thing to say. I need to say it quick. Not to do with this. A minute ago, when I was rambling on about the homemade baby formula and how I worry about the corn syrup, as do other people who have been around the block a few times. Anyway, I said when you know better, you do better. And that is a partial quote, and I don't want to take credit for a partial quote. I've got the whole quote here. I wanted to get it right. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Maya Angelou. She's an awesome sauce, or was awesome sauce. Her stuff is great. If you've never read a book by Maya Angelou, you would enjoy it, I bet. Especially, I can't remember which one it was, the story of her growing up and the struggles that she faced and the stories of she and her mother and that kind of thing. So anyway, I don't want to say the name of the book because I'm sure I'll get it wrong. I don't want to lead you astray in that way. Okay, this is ready for me to start dumping stuff, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, I didn't put the half of the herbs. Here we go with half of the herbs. You know, I hope I didn't sound judgy when I was talking about the formula. I always think that with her quote, you know, like I just said, and then I also want to say, you know, in that same thought process, if you see something that concerns you, gently, don't be preachy, and I hope it wasn't preachy, help a sister up, you know, because we can all use gentle help. And sometimes people are at their wits' end, and a little bit of kindness from you can really make a difference, especially in moms of young babies. Okay, so here is everything that needs to go in this. I'm going to put in 2 cans of diced tomatoes, liquid included. I usually get the low salt. I imagine this was at a time when I couldn't find the low salt, because I like to put my own salt in stuff like this. Because that, you know, it's just fun. I like to make sure I'm doing it right. So these are going in the sink. This is coming together. You didn't see, I don't think, or did you? I'm starting to... I think I showed you putting the garlic in. I put a good amount. I would say at least 2 cloves. Yes, I did. I showed you. Okay. Let's go ahead and give this a stir. I'm going to let this go for a little bit so that these tomatoes start to soften and get some of the flavors. Then I'm going to go back in with my chop slap, and I'm going to do this with it. There we go. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so this is all warmed through. It's bubbling. Let's see if I can get you to see right in here. That's a little bit better. This is all bubbly. Nom, nom, nom. I have a friend. She's an RN. I've known her for years and years. We were home birthing our babies at the same time. She's got 12 children. I've only got 5. Anyway, she doesn't, I think she's the one who says, I hate it when you go nom, nom, nom. I don't do that to irritate anyone. To me it means, oh, that looks delicious. My funniest story, this is terrible, I shouldn't tell it, but I'm going to anyway. My funniest story with Charity, I won't say her last name because I don't know if she would, you know, want me to. We both had little ones. We were able to go to Seattle, which is a ferry ride and a drive to where we wanted to go from here, to a town hall with Ina Mae West. And Ina Mae West is, what am I saying? Ina Mae West? Ina Mae Gaskin. I am so sorry, Ina Mae, if you ever, I doubt, would see this. She's like the one of the bestest pioneer midwives, and she was going through the country with a quilt that she had, and every square on the quilt was made by a mother, a father, a grandmother, a neighbor, somebody who lost a baby in childbirth, just to bring awareness to people who you know, have had some sadness, and to let people know. So anyway, it was a beautiful quilt. We had a ball. We didn't get out very often because, like I said, she had a mess of kids, I had a mess of kids. We were both homeschooling moms. We were thrilled to be on our journey. We had a couple of good things like that we got to do. Anyway, so we're on the ferry coming home, and we were just giggling and talking and happy and everything. And she had, I don't even know if I should say it, but I will. This thing about the big as your hand was electronic, and it was a fart machine. Okay, we're on the ferry. We're in the car, but we're on the ferry. We're down in the belly of the ferry boat. It's giant. You can park like loads of cars, but the cars are parked close together. You can get out of your car and you can go upstairs to the galley area. You can sit at the big tables and, you know, see out the big windows. But we were already, you know, we were done for the day and we were resting. So it was summer and the windows were rolled down. There were lots of people walking up and down the area with the cars and cars next to us with their windows rolled down. And she starts hitting this machine. And she looks at me and she says, Kendra, which when I get super nervous, I can't even talk. I giggle and laugh uncontrollably, which is what I did. I laughed so hard, I thought I was going to wet my britches. Anyway, I still laugh about that today. I know a lot of people would be angry, but, you know, I get over things like that. Well, I try. There's some things I never get over. And I don't know why that machine made me giggle. It probably would have been another time, another person. It wouldn't have made me laugh the way it did, but it did. So that's my stories on Miss Charity. Let's see, what else? Got everything going together here. Now all I have to do, I got a little dribble going on behind it, is add this monster tomato sauce. Ooh, 29 ounces. Here we go. This is enough. Now I've put the spices in, and I probably could add a little bit of the Parmesan cheese at this point to melt in. Of course, I'm gonna, you know, do the layers with some Parmesan too, but Parmesan might be delicious just melted up in here too. I see sauces on the shelves at the store that say, you know, Parmesan on it. So let's go with that. Some even say 4 cheese sauce, but I'm just going to do that because I have plenty of it. Oh, I'm happy with this. I hope it tastes really good. I'm going to taste it. If it needs more spice, I'll just spice it up. No more garlic though. I don't want to run my husband off to the arms of another woman. You know I kid. We've been married since the dawn of time. Anyway, what do I need? Did I do this? I did not. Onion powder. Salt. Pepper. Give it a stir. Okay, I'm going to see what I need to do about, the Parmesan. That's what I was going to do. Where did I put that? Here it is. I'm coming back. Wait for me. I try not to act like such a goofball. It just comes out. That's my personality. Sometimes I can't keep it back. I try. Okay, here's some Parmesan to go into the sauce and get nice and melty. What is this? This is, can you see it? Sartori Classic Parmesan shredded. Put your glasses down, Kendra, and you can read it. Ooh. Best by date, July 31st, 22. So we need to get her gone, I guess. Or put her in the freezer, which is where I put a lot of my cheeses now. Surely you all are doing the same thing I am. I am just squirreling things away in the freezer like I never did before because I'm worried it's not going to be available the next time I turn around, like my stuffing and baby formula. Not that I need baby formula. My youngest grandbaby will be 1 year old next month. So he's going to be coming off of formula, I would imagine, at year 1, like a lot of babies do. Oh, you know what I was thinking? He doesn't drink a lot of formula. He is breastfed, I think. I think he still is. I don't know. They'll have to tell me if they. I think she watches my videos. I think I bore my son. She meaning his wife, Mary. I can see this Parmesan getting melty already. Okay, I'm going to turn you off, give you a break. I'm going too long. Here we go. Oh, I thought maybe you could see. I'm going to turn you like this. There. Okay, so I put a layer of sauce on the bottom of this. I oiled it first. And then I well, I didn't spray it. I put some olive oil down. I wanted you to know the difference. So now I'm putting this oven ready stuff. And so they're too long and they're not the right shape. So I'm just doing the best I can, you know. I'm holding it over when I snap it so that the parts, that didn't work. The parts that come off will land in here. Just doing the best I can with what I have here. All right. I think this is going to be tasty. So I've got a layer of sauce on the bottom, a layer of noodles. Now I need to mix my cheeses because I forgot. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got this container and I just dumped like 3/4 of a pack of this Mexican blend. I know it's not Italian blend, but I'm using what I have so it doesn't go bad. A blend of Monterey Jack, cheddar cheese, asadero, and queso quesadilla cheese. Yeah. So now, now that that's mixed, I'm kind of breaking it up, you know, because it's been in this envelope, this plastic envelope for a while, and it's in chunks. I think this is one I froze too. Not bad. Okay. Now I'm going to put in, just to make a paste of it almost, ricotta cheese. And like I said, I use this in place of cottage cheese. Yes, I couldn't tell if the plastic was off the top. I just took it off. I should remember. I love how it melts in and makes it yummy. Some people don't like cottage cheese. So in place of that, you know, if you have a problem you don't like it, I love it. I love all cheese. I don't make a face at any cheese. Cheese is our friend. Okay, so just making a little bit of a, I can drop, you know, and as it heats up, as the crock pot gets nice and warm, this can bubble and get with the sauce and make nice happy noises together. There we go. Yeah. Now then, I hear my husband, I believe. Nope. Well, maybe. Oh, hush, please. Nobody cares. Hush. I don't know what I hear. I hear something. Oh, my best friend from school, like 7th grade school, young. We were talking yesterday because she sells Mary Kay, and I needed some hand lotion. My hands are so dry, and I love this satin hand lotion they have. Anyway, she called and she told me this scary story about hearing a noise at night or seeing something. I was so glad my husband was home because it freaked me out, Elizabeth. And it was something that happened years ago when her kids were babies, and they're grown like mine are now, and it still scared me. All right, I'm going to take a little more sauce, put it on top, maybe a little more sauce. All right. Oh, this looks good already. Oh, Kendra, what are you doing? I dropped the cup into the pan. I meant to put it here. Okay. So that's got sauce, a layer of noodles, pasta, and more sauce. Now I'm going to put some of this cheesy mix together. You know, I'm just going to do it with my hands because I think I can control it better. Can you see that? I think you can a little bit. Okay, so here you go. Just a little bit. I'm not going to use the little bit of mozzarella that I actually have until the end, because I want it to be bubbly on top, you know, and be pretty. Like it's supposed to be that particular color. Okay, now I'm going to run my hands under the water quick and dry them off. Okay. So that's on there, and now I guess I need another layer of pasta. No-cook pasta. Oven ready. I don't know why I'm calling it no-cook. You better cook it somehow, right? I wonder if I did the onion powder, salt, and pepper in front of you. I think I did. I had to back up one because I said something I shouldn't have, and erase it and start over. Do you ever do that when you make your DVDs? Or what is wrong with you? Okay, video. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. She's just the sweetest lady, the mail lady. I love it. Oh, wow, I should have given her. She probably doesn't want that food early. But anyway, She came up on the porch to ask me about some mail that was sent to this address that belonged to the people that were here years ago. And I said, yeah. And she said, I didn't think so, but it looked important, and I thought I better check. So, here's some more pasta on there. Oh, she said, I had a lasagna noodle in my hand, and I was brushing the dogs gently with my feet to get the door open and not have them charge her with their little poodle, yip, 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 you know? So anyway, I had this noodle in my hand, and I said, excuse my lasagna noodle, I'm making lasagna. And she said, I can smell it. She said, it smells so good. And I said, I'm YouTubing it. She's like, what? And I said, yeah, watch me, I suck. So, anywho, I'm going to put a little more of this on this layer of pasta. I don't even know what I was saying when the dogs lost their minds just now. I love dogs, but I sure don't like it when I have to beat them out of the way to get to my door. My mom has this little red light that she shines on their bodies. It doesn't do anything to them. It buzzes, I guess. It's not a shock collar. I don't mean that. I mean, she's got the thing in her hand and they don't like the look or sound or something. Just too. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to put some more pasta right here. We're getting there. Sorry about how close I am to you right now. Personal space, Kendra. Okay, I hope this doesn't run too long. I hate it when they run long because I feel like I bore people to death. Okay, so this is going to be one more, no, put some more sauce. I'll put one more layer of sauce and that'll have the mozzarella on the top. So, there's that. I'm going to put another layer. Yeah, I've got plenty. I always have plenty of noodles. I wonder if I don't use enough compared to other people because it seems like it's not like companies. You hush, please. It's not like companies to give you more than you need in a box, right? I just can't get over how small the cake boxes are now. They're making a lot less cake mix as far as I can tell. Have you all noticed that? You know, like your chocolate cake mix in a box or whatever. It's got a lot less in it than it used to. Maybe it's just some companies and I'm noticing those. Maybe it's not everybody. But I guess they're cutting corners so they don't have to raise the prices, you know? What are you carrying on about now? She's leaving. Ah, that's her truck at the end of the road. And they can see her. Hallelujah. Okay, we're almost done. I hear you, baby. All right, there's that. Why is she still parked there? She must be deciding where to go next. This will go back in the freezer. It's half a container of ricotta. What I do is I put down some cling wrap or I like press and seal down on top of it so it doesn't freezer burn. And then I also put the lid on it. And I push that wrap down so it touches the ricotta. But this was a fresh one that I just bought. I'm going to use all of this. More sauce. How much sauce do I have? Yeah, I have just enough. So, oh yeah, and Parmesan. Put some more Parmesan on there, Kendra. Nope. Just put the sauce. Parmesan goes on top of the mozzarella. I want to pick up this pan, but I don't want to burn myself because it's one of those cast iron coated. It's not too hot anymore. I'm hot. I'm working up a sweat under these steamy conditions. I should open the doors and the windows. Oh yeah, baby. You're pretty up in here. Yes, you are. Wait till I sauce you with the rest of the cheese. Matza. Not enough. But we'll do. Okay. I think that letter she had must have been, I just saw her with it in her hand and she showed me the name, but I don't know. It looked like it was one of those certified things. You know, they never knock, the mail carriers, and I always get their mail and I always put return to sender not at this address because it's the same people that put it for years. and are gone. But what it was, I think, was a blended family. They had grandma, mom, dad, like ours is, you know. We don't have grandma. Well, I'm the grandma, so never mind. Anyway, they weren't taking them out of the mailbox, and so this guy came looking for one of the guys that lived in this house before. I won't say what he was, but he wasn't here for pleasure. And I said, no, he does not live here. I still get his mail. And he said, I said, they won't even take it. They just leave it in my box when I put not at this address. And he said, here's what you do. Maybe you don't know this, but he said, take a black marker and mark out the barcode on the front, put not at this address, and then drop it in the can. He goes, the computers are telling him to keep sending it back. Oh, and there's my husband calling. Whoa, back up, back up, back up. There we go. It's done. I used up all the sauce, made a total mess. And my husband is on his way home. He says, avoid Gig Harbor. There's an accident and there is traffic galore. So there's that. I sure wish I had a little more mozzarella, but we're all going to live. Do you hear those babies? I need to get in there and feed them. And they're having a bath in a little bit, like I said 100 times. And I will show you this when it's done and bubbly. Okay, I know I said I'd show you when I was done, but I just wanted to show you that I put it in here, like that. I put it on low for 3 hours. That ought to do her. And I've got, it's noon, it's 12:11 p.m. here, okay? 12:11 p.m., so it'll be done and cool enough to eat when my first comes rolling in from work. Kid, not husband. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. Hey everybody, I'm going to go ahead and just end this video here. I'm running out of time for everything I need to get done, but I wanted to share that remember when I said I ran out of mozzarella cheese? I realized I had kids' string cheese in the bottom drawer of the cheese drawer there, so I just cut them into coins, and I'm hoping that that'll make a cheesy topping nice. So I'm going to serve this with that sourdough bread, maybe some salad if I can scare it up in the fridge or feel like it. I will. I should. And so anyway, that's the end of my story today, and I am so glad that you stopped by if you made it this far. I hope you'll consider subscribing and saying hi and thumbs up. Take care, everybody.